Getting ready to go.
Here we go on our 2024
Yes.
vacation. 6 weeks. Me, Grammy. Take a picture of yourself.
This is the longest we've ever.
Yeah, we're getting ready to rock and roll. The bike's loaded, trailer, all kinds of gear, and my beautiful girlfriend. And of course, all Tipo, because she's all pinked out for this trip.
Tibbet, you can't see Papa? We're going. He's up there.
Here's me and Valerie after our first day of our 2024 vacation. It was a long one, 8 hours, 365 miles. Harley did okay. Me, not so good, 100-degree temperatures. Valerie's in air conditioning, watching the temperature, outside temperature needle go up and up and up.
And watching you.
Watching me. But not too bad. We're at this little Airbnb out here in south of Barnes quite a ways.
No TV.
No TV, no Wi-Fi, no cell phones. It's just really weird. There it goes again. This is what our day's been like today. Golf clubs and tent and everything gets soaked, but luckily we don't need them until next week. Not been one of our better Harley trips, but it is my last one. Looks like it might even have a little hail mixed in there. Okay, so this is day 2 of Grammy and Grandpapa's 2024 vacation. And we're staying at this little Airbnb. Nice little place. We're so happy to be here because we had a heck of a ride today. 102 degrees at times on the Harley, and then we ended up on a dirt road that turned to mud. That wasn't a lot of fun. And then we had 40 miles of pouring down rain with, come on, get over here, with lightning on both sides of the freeway, so that was kind of fun. Oh, and Titter, you scared the goats. Now get over here. What's your big idea? You scared the goats. Come on. Stay a bit. You leave them goats alone. We're gonna walk over. We're gonna walk. There's a lake right across. Right here. We're gonna walk over and check it out. There's me, Grammy, and Titter at a big war veterans pavilion. It's a military equipment museum up here in Wyoming that we didn't even know was here. And I don't think it was here a few years ago because I've been on this road before and I've never seen it before. Oh, and it looks pretty new. On our 2024 vacation.
Hey.
And we stopped here to take a picture. Oh, look at that, Grammy. There's a jet going over. Isn't that cool? Got his wheels down.
Because there's an airport right here.
Yeah, but I didn't think it was big enough for one of those guys.
That's big.
Wow. We're just outside. We're in Jackson Hole, actually. This is Jackson Hole. That's weird. I never thought I'd see a plane that size landing in Jackson Hole. But it looks like he's got his gear out and coming down. So anyway, we just stopped, stretch our legs for a minute. Tidbit, you gonna behave? No? Is that no?
That's what mine says.
Yeah.
Grammy, we're on about 40-something miles away from our last stop. Second to last stop. We're gonna stop in Buffalo. And we just stopped to give Papa's butt a break. Luckily, the last 30 minutes, the temperature came down from 100 to 87, which is so much colder you wouldn't believe it. Ditters! You having fun? I'm sitting here in the shade. You guys are idiots standing out there in the sun. Pretty low lake. So here's Main Val. At Sturgis. We're walking down because Josh Boy is supposed to be pulling in here any minute. And we're giving him the Harley today. And I'm going to do my best to embarrass him in front of his buddies.
Oh, you're fine. We got enough dramatic people in our family.
And you just lost your keys.
Put the door right there. Oh. Good idea. Okay. And then raise her up. Yep. Make sure she's in neutral.
In neutral?
Neutral.
Okay.
Okay, now this, you guys use toe heel shifters?
I don't have any heel.
Okay.
I took my heel off.
You got to put your foot up there. Let's make
I
sure
use toe shifter.
Okay, so you're a little big-footed, but that's okay. This one is. Okay, so here's Josh with his friend. There goes my son on my Harley. Tidbit does not understand why the Harley left without Papa on it. He was looking down the road like, where'd the bike go? Well, I don't know about everybody else, but there's the T-box. Water feature, water feature, water feature, water feature, water feature, water feature, ditch, 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 water feature, mud, water feature. And there's my ball. Not too bad. Well, me and Grammy, we're on Thursday, August the 8th. We've left Sturgis, heading over to Vals for the night at an Airbnb. Hey, Tater. He's our co-pilot. Aren't you, Tidbit? Hey. Yeah, you're listening. Yeah, I see you. Then we're going to Josh's. Tidbit. Granny. And here we are. We stopped somewhere out of Sioux Falls.
Yeah, right before.
Oh, you washing those?
Yeah.
Okay. And we stopped at a Airbnb outside of Sioux Falls out here in the country. Hitters, come on. Go this way. Oh, there's some chickens out here. Guess there's goats and pigs and all that good stuff back in the back here. Just got some chickens out way back. Just here. Come on. Come on. Cruise on down. Bottom of the yard. Come here. I know. So exciting out here. Come here. Let's see if this is open. Come here. Woo! Look at this. Now this is the old porch section. Looks to me they've double bunked it up for people. And then this is the basement bedroom. This is just a cool little spot down here. And we're gonna call this the master bedroom because I don't know what else to call it. And it's quite quaint. And then you walk back here and down this little corridor. This is obviously just the way they built these old houses years ago. It's the old bathroom under the steps. Little toilet and a shower, sink. That's this downstairs section. Come on. And then, now Titter hates these stairs. Well, she's getting used to them. they're the little short ones that your feet barely fit on, right? So you just have to climb up the stairs. And there's some transits we found in the house. We're gonna get rid of them later. We told them to leave, but they're not leaving, so I'm not sure.
Those shorts are awful hot there, Robert.
What?
Like those shorts.
You like them shorts? This is my year-round uniform, pretty much.
Yeah.
And quite a unique little Airbnb, I think. Got a lot of charm to it. Gumball machine. Okay, GoPro lady. It's already recording. Oh, it does that.
When the wind picked up.
Oh, when we were going too fast.
Yeah.
Oh, get a picture of my son coming in here.
Did he stop and get your hat?
He stopped.
Good.
And pulled off. I'm pretty sure he went back and got it. Yeah, this is payback. I got to give Josh's wife her first ride on the Harley. Well, thank you, son. I appreciate that.
Yeah, but you do.
What were you saying about your Ninja being faster than my Harley?
Yeah, it is faster when I don't have to go back and pick up your.
I'll guarantee you, we get out there and did a full drag, you might be surprised what that bike can do. There's me and Grammy cruising from Josh's, heading toward Ohio. Tater, enjoying the ride. I'm just cruising along, not touching the steering wheel, let the car steer itself. Nice straight stretch. So. Kind of ridiculous, but hey, whatever. See what it starts bitching at me about. Oh, you got to put your hands back on the wheel. And we've been traveling across country, and we've been listening to our local radio station for Roseburg the whole most of the trip, thanks to the internet and Apple CarPlay. Hey, Grammy.
Hey.
Get her. You got anything to say? Just thinking, put your heads back on the wheel, Papa. We'll see.
We're traveling, and you will not believe what Robert's doing.
Store, like when you're trying to get the phone help type of thing. Yep. There I see. I always figured some of those guys were shady.
What?
And
Keep talking. I'm filming you right now.
Are you really?
See a little blinking
I
light?
do. That's hilarious. I need that. How much do those cost?
They're and they hook to your phone.
Cool. How much do those cost?
300.
That's it?
That's it. Ray-Ban.
I need that.
They have ones with clear lenses,
I do need that with teaching. Cause,
and
I mean,
you can have your prescriptions put in them.
Get out.
No.
Okay.
That's the best spot to be.
Hi.
Corner.
Rosie.
Yep, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
And then it was
You are.
You coming? Yep, because I love
So this is Joey with his grandchildren going for a walk. Can you say hi?
Hi.
Okay. So here comes Jim.
So what's new?
And here comes Jimmy, or Joey, and Dawn, and their daughter. And
She
from
is
Gunshot.
number 8 out of the 9.
You're not going to yell at me today, are you? Hey, Joey. There's Bill.
Hey, Tom.
Are you fine?
Sandy come up with you?
And he's got glue for you.
Hey, Bill. Bill, get ready to see the ugliest thing you've ever seen. Here's Joey.
So Charlotte is my second.
What are we doing?
That's Bill.
Oh, hi, Bill. How are you doing?
I'm gonna let you down, let you walk around.
Like, I'm gonna get closer because I can't
Yeah,
hear you.
it's not very loud.
I'm sorry you couldn't be here.
Oh, and there's Titters. You have to apologize to her for being Joey's daughter. Because,
Yeah.
Yeah, my dad's one of my best friends.
yeah.
He really is.
Left you guys and tried to take the first exit. We went through Bloomingdale. Tried to take the first exit in Hopedale. It was blocked. There was 2 cars with the red and blue lights going. So got back on the highway. Hi, everybody. I'm voting for President Trump
Trump.
because I'm anti-abortion and I want the illegal
They're all
aliens
reds
stop
around
and
here.
don't listen to this guy. And so I got back on the highway and then started to go up my one way.
Yes.
And there were 3 deputy cars.
Yeah.
I know, yeah.
They love it.
Well, that's about as far as I can get. Or, I might be able to take it up on the porch, and then you can just see everything that's going on. I don't care. I can do that. Yeah, I know. Well, that, and there was a lot of commotion going on and stuff, so.
You know they bought out WMC. Oh yeah, but I'm trying to get to Bowerston. I told them there's a whole city named after it.
Filming you right now.
Trying to find a job up there. The kids are on moves, right?
On your glasses?
Is it blinking?
Yep.
It's filming.
Are those Ray-Bans?
Yep.
Do they come with the camera in them?
Yep. And they interface to the phone, and they're the best Bluetooth headset and mic I've ever found. I've tried all the trucker ones and everything. These work perfect.
I wonder who makes the mic and the technology.
Well, you buy them straight from Ray-Ban, so.
It's like music or talk in your ear.
Everything you can do with a Bluetooth earpiece, these do, only they're better.
Crazy.
I've tried all the Bluetooths for my tow truck, and some.
She was praying.
This is my husband, Robert.
Oh, nice to meet you.
Get Jim in there.
Who?
Jim.
So here we are at the unofficial reunion in Blue.
Billy or William?
He goes by Bill.
Bill.
Yeah. And here's all the guys at the. Oh, Tater's got herself all.
Yep.
He's already hearing too, so you have to speak up.
Yeah, that's what
No, Bill's on the tablet over there in the corner if you want to say hi. This is just a camera. And who's this?
I'm one of the sister wannabes.
Sister wannabes.
Wannabe.
How does that work?
She wants to be a sister.
Oh, okay.
Wants to be mine. There's
Oh.
certain of us that have voted against her.
Oh.
But I'm not one.
She's one of them, apparently.
She voted not to really be innocent.
Oh.
Well, no, they're still right in.
Unless you want to go.
Hey, Greg, thanks for having us.
No problem. You don't have to go.
Yeah, you
All
know,
right.
happy.
Our Steelers are coming on soon.
I have a story from the. Okay, we'll do. Thank you. Okay.
All right.
Bye.
Everybody has safe travels.
Oh no, you don't. Get out of there. Tidbit. Tidbit. No. That's not your food. No. No. No.
Hey, Dad.
Here we are at a Italian restaurant in Steubenville or Wintersville. After the family reunion, we survived it.
We're not sure the rest of the family did.
Yeah, they love me, but they're not too sure about the rest of them.
It's not to love about you, Bob.
That's what I said.
Can we say narcissist?
Look it up in the dictionary. It says Mary Kay. Okay, I didn't think I'd find this. This one is my little brother. He didn't live, so they didn't name him. But there's the... And I found that one pretty quick. Oh, who's on this other side? Oh, Musgrave. Oh my goodness. Well, I'll be danged. I didn't realize he was buried next to my grandparents on my mother's side. I didn't know that. Okay, so I'm going to try to add my voice to this. Now this is a little drone I fly, and there's Dunlap Alley. That's where my grandpa lived. This is his house. Haven't been back since he passed. That one hasn't been taken care of so much. This is the house next door that we lived in while Dad was in Vietnam. They fixed that up very nice. I actually stopped and talked to these folks. They gave me a tour through the inside of the house. Did a beautiful job renovating it. That place looked good. And then this sidewalk, I swear to God, hasn't changed. And I don't know what, 50 more years, Bill and I used to walk back from the school every day when we were in, I don't know, either kindergarten or first grade or so. And so I'm just kind of doing a little, I'm actually sitting down at the park right now, flying my little drone up Main Street here in Bloomingdale. And we're going to fly it all the way up to the high school. And I'm just trying to narrate the drone footage, because otherwise it's, I don't know, I enjoy flying the drone, but it's kind of boring sometimes. It's not, you know, it's not as personable, but it's still kind of fun. And so I just thought we'd narrate it. I think there's something missing here on the left. There might have been a house there one time, but I can't remember. Most of the homes look really nice here in Bloomingdale. The sidewalk looks original. I swear that hasn't changed. A couple of these homes up here really look nice. I'm quite happy with the general condition of Bloomingdale. It looks pretty nice. But we went to school up here at I think this is well, I guess we'll find out what the name of this school is. I can't remember. Well, we'll find out when we get up there. But anyway, so I'm just sitting down in the park with Grammy right now. Thought I'd buzz the drone up here and do a fly through the town. And like I say, I'm just trying to narrate this. And I know everybody that lives back there is familiar with this, but you know, my kids, my grandkids, my brothers and sisters, and you know, we haven't seen Bloomingdale in, I don't know, probably close to 40 years. And here we go, up to the school. But, you know, things have changed. I guess I don't know if you could trust your kids to walk home in the kindergarten or the first grade, but we did it by ourselves, and this was Wayne Elementary. And I guess some kind of construction company owns it now. I thought there's a gas station right across the street. That was never there. But that's neither here nor there. And then we're going to fly back down through town here. And the only reason I'm narrating it is because my newer drones don't come with any sound, because the only thing you could ever hear was the flipping motors running when they did have sound. My early drones had a GoPro on them, but then you had to mute it because you had to listen to the whining sound from the propellers and the motors. So these new little drones are pretty cool. I'm just looking. I got one of them heads-up first-person displays on my face down at the park, just flying around. And this little guy's kind of fun. I enjoy flying it. Sometimes not as much as my paramotoring, but it's kind of fun. And we'll cruise down through Bloomingdale. I'm trying to stay out of. I have these little teeny ones. This one's a small drone, so there's different rules for those. You're not really supposed to be flying them this close to buildings and such, but it's such a small drone that, you know, it can't really hurt anybody. It's got prop guards on it, so it can't, you know, it can't really. The bigger drones, I have bigger drones, and they got props. They could cut you up if you ran into somebody with those, because they have bigger blades and they're heavier drones. And I fly one of those later in the trip out, because this drone's it does pretty good on video. It's got a real nice camera on it, but it kind of, you know, it wobbles back and forth because the video is very stable, but not as stable as my bigger drone. So now we're going uptown, and this building on the right was never there, and it's got fire engines in it. So I'm not sure what that was all about, but a lot of the buildings are the same. That house on the left with the pink roof, my grandma Musgrave lived there for a while when we lived there. That was after Grandpa Musgrave had passed, of course. But we're going to fly up here. Now, when we lived there, I swear that this light up here was just an orange blinker, because Grandpa used to have me and Bill, or Bill in particular, would come up, and there was the old relay box that ran the old blinking light, just had contacts in it. It was a mechanical timer, and he would have Uncle Bill get in there with his little fingers with a piece of sandpaper and clean the contact. Because Grandpa Dunlap was kind of like in charge of all the electrical in Bloomingdale. This police car is funny. They never had a police car here, but this one's got an extension cord plugged into the little building there, I guess, because they don't use the car much, so they got probably a trickle charger on the battery. That used to be a store on the right, and we used to come up there when we had a little bit of change. We'd walk up this alley and come up to that little store in this building that's right next to me on the right, but there's no you can still see like the opening back there for you know, delivering whatever. But this alley was in better shape when I was a kid. It was gravel all the way down, but yeah. And this is the bag. We walked this alley many times. We'd walk the other way and go up by the church, and this little playground we're coming up on, Bill and I used to play for hours down there. And then Mom would call us on a big PA speaker Dad had mounted on the back of the house. That was while he was in Vietnam. And then we're in this ball field. Man, we played so many ball games down there. Nothing official, just local kids. And then this is the playground. Now the playground's got this big slide's incredible. I'm amazed it's still here. Just amazes me that slide is still here. And then a little quick fly around, just because I ain't got nothing else to do, so I'm just buzzing around. They moved some of the toys. They're still there, but they moved them. This gazebo was never there years ago. They've had that, which is very nice. Very nice gazebo they got here. And then they've got a little. This over here was we weren't allowed to be back in here. This is a basketball thing now. I don't know when they added that. It looks like it's been here for quite a while, but we weren't never allowed to come over to. Well, we weren't supposed to. We did it anyway, but you know. So anyway, that's how all that worked out. And then, but yeah, we we really fond memories of this little park for Bill and I anyway. The girls, you know, we didn't play with them as much because they were girls, you know, but it was Bill and I and then some friends and Joey predominantly. Jimmy was a little bigger than us back in those days. So, you know, and Julie was around a bit, but that was a girls thing too most of the time. So, but we really enjoyed, we really have some fond memories of Bloomingdale. So people ask us, you know, where home is. It's, you know, where we're from. You know, we say military brats, but if we had a place to call home, it'd be Bloomingdale, Ohio. So I kind of call Canyonville, Oregon, my home now. We've been here 25 years in Canyonville. So Monkey Bar's still there. I can't believe those are still here. And then down here, those parallel bars and these things, and then the teeter-totters there on the right. I didn't get a good picture of them. I swear to God, they look like they got the same wood on them from 50 years ago. But I have to admit, there's one big tall slide on the right. I am amazed it's still here, and it looks like it hasn't been painted. It's got the same stainless steel on it. So just blows my mind that it's still here. But sorry for the waving around. Like I say, this little drone is just kind of a little speed demon. It's just for buzzing around. But it's kind of fun to pull it out and play it once in a while. So anyway, there we are. Here's me and Grammy cruising Randolph Ridge, just outside of Bloomingdale. That's where Jimmy and Joey, their house was right back there. We came up Wayne 213, and we're on Wayne TWP 212, which I never remember this having numbers like that. It was always just Randolph Ridge. Look at that big old mansion they got built up here. And the road's paved now. Used to be gravel all the way into Bloomingdale. Look at that place. That's just something else. That won't help. I'm going the right way.
Yes.
I watch you in the fucking map.
Yes, Robert.
Come on. You say stuff like I hope it's recording. Okay, so I'm pretty sure that the river is the border between
Welcome to West Virginia.
West Virginia, that's right. The little corner of West Virginia comes up here, and then we go from there into Pennsylvania.
Robert's sleeping. Robert.
Oh, we did buy some stuff from the souvenir shop. And there's a rainbow from the mist. Oh, and it goes all the way over. It's not too bad. I think we're catching it at the end of the season, so really that's not that many people here. And Titter went into the gift store with us. They didn't even mind, did they, Titters? Am I still blinking?
Yes.
I wonder what they serve in here. We'll look this place up. Queen Victoria Place. And you know, if we can eat outside, maybe come down late, have a snack, and then watch, you know, because it's like right across the street for the rainbow. Yeah, that looks pretty cool to me, Granny. I'd go up there and hang you out one of them windows. No? I bet you they could hear you scream all the way down here. Huh? No. Oh, it used to be so much fun. Them rooms can't be very big at this end. Right? Holy shit, look at that thing. Kind of triangular shaped. Probably because that's all the room they had. Holy cow.
Hey, here comes some more. 3 of them.
Zip
4
line,
of
just late
them.
night.
Right here.
I see 'em. Remy. Remy, they did it.
Oh my gosh.
Will you marry me?
No fucking way. Really? Oh. Can't see it.
Fit?
It fits.
Better. Kaylee helped me get their size.
Oh, 7.5?
6 1/4.
Oh, 6 1/4. Oh, real. Oh, well, I've lost a lot of weight then. Thank you.
Only if she behaves.
Oh, whatever.
That's the American Falls. Oh, by the way, we're engaged.
Yes, we are.
And this is the Canadian Falls. Beautiful flowers. Yeah, we are in Niagara at the lake up in Ontario. And I'm just... What?
I wonder if they have a leash.
Oh, okay, go ahead. Go land somewhere, just land. Now here we are going back into the U.S. after being at Niagara. Here's the GoPro, but I don't feel like messing with it. Here we are at Josh's, our parents' school. My last ride on my bike. Or Josh's bike. My bike, but Josh's bike. Waiting for parent to come out.
Probably the thing that sucks the most, there's no storage on this fucking thing.
No. Well, he doesn't recognize me because I got clothes on instead of a tank top and short.
Yeah.
He hasn't been on the Harley yet, has he?
All right, I'll see you later. Have a good weekend. That dude remembered his whole address this morning when we were driving
Oh, that's cool. Is that a riding thing?
Yeah.
It's even got a skid pad on it?
Yeah. It's got the elbows, the shoulders.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
The helmet's on the head handle.
Like chances within it.
No, I didn't think it did. I was just curious. I hadn't seen one.
Yeah, now it's blinking.
Okay, you ready to go for a ride, Parrot? Okay.
Hold on to pop up.
Right where the buses are going out. Right there.
Okay. Whose bike sounds cooler? This one. That one sounds like a Singer sewing machine. And we're on the road up to Spirit Lake, and they paved the lower portion, which made us quite happy. Now it rained on us, or it rained, so the road's a little, so we'll have a little bit on the car, but that's okay. Tater, of course, is doing her
Hanging out.
hanging out. So, me and Grammy just checked into our luxury
Hotel.
creaky cabin up here. It's got various air leak problems. It's not super strong. There's my lovely fiance. And we're really actually enjoying ourselves.
Yes, we are.
Now that we're set up, my Papa got some food because he's awful grumpy with that. Tidbit crawled into bed early. She's like, I don't think so. So she come up, flipped that blanket up, got under there, and then I covered up, and she hasn't moved. Even though we can't see our breasts yet, so. Nice little tiger. Tidbit, where are we at? You say Spirit Lake? Spirit Lake Lodge.
Spirit Lake.
Papa went fishing, caught some kind of a tiger-looking shark. I don't know what that thing was. Had a big mouth on it. Not as big as a bass, but a lot bigger than a trout. I'm hoping the hail don't get too hard.
It's
September.
what? September what? 5th of September of 2024. Oh, there it goes. It's gonna quit. Well, the bread's not getting wet. It's underneath the tree.
Yeah, the car's got a little bit of tree over it.
Yeah. See what the car looks like. It's alright. All this hail. And of course, these two are gonna take a nap.
Out the window.
The window. Got it. And you guys.
Just waiting for my girlfriend. Said she'd follow me anywhere. Hey, we're not going that way. We're going this way. You hear me?
Hot.
Hey, this way. That might look like a shortcut to you, but I don't think so.
Well, Robert's fishing. We're gonna see if we can get anything. Oh, got a big one. Did it take it? We'll try again.
Well, we hiked 1.5 miles up to Tamarack Lake. I think we're probably at somewhere around 10,500 feet. I know there's a couple spots up there in the hills. You can't see them here. There's still snow left. And I'm so proud of Grammy.
I made it.
She made it. She said she wasn't. She was going to stop.
You're trying to kill me before we get married.
Yeah, well, that's why I could just leave you up here and the animals would eat you. Of course, they didn't have these 27 years ago here.
Right.
Right? They were the big ones with the tape in them. You know. Inside of Spirit Lake Lodge, haven't been here in 26 or 7 years. So. Still looks pretty good on the inside. Did you guys have to redo all this?
We did a lot in here, yeah.
Did you?
A lot of cleaning, a lot of fixing up.
Are you married? Did your wife come up and help you?
Yeah, she's upstairs.
Oh, I was just curious, you know, if this was a family thing or if it was just a...
Yeah, just my wife and I.
What made you do this? I mean, all the way up here.
Just love being.
Oregon.
In the middle of Missouri. Weird, So I'm going to try to narrate the pictures. This was up in Niagara at the lake. Just some beautiful flowers. This is Brian's log cabin up in Star Valley Ranch in Wyoming. This is a picture of Julie and Kay, I think. This was up in Idaho at an Airbnb, or actually Oregon. Beautiful spot. This is Brian's house again. He's an old friend of mine from years ago. This is a picture of the mountains at Jackson Hole. This was that military museum we found up in the middle of Wyoming, just down in the middle of nowhere. We were just amazed. I mean, it's all brand new, not the tanks, but the buildings are all like brand new, and it's just it's super interesting place. They've got a great big museum on the inside. Oh, here's the family pictures of the potluck in Wintersville, and they were all so great. I was teasing them all about voting for Barack. And there's Julie and Mary Kay and my girlfriend, my fiance. And there's Julie and Kay. See how short they are? They're like hobbits. And then here's Kay and Rachel and me and Susie and Tidbit. And there's Aunt Rachel and Shauna. And there's Shauna and me. Shauna came over for a day or two. That we guilted her into staying for an extra day, which was great. We hadn't seen Shauna in a while. It's just great to see her. Susie too, of course. And there's a nice picture of Niagara, which was just gorgeous. Haven't been there a long time. This is a plaque on the Osage Indians. It's so funny that Killers of the Flower Moons. Oh, here's me and Val on the way back. We stopped at an old place that served buffalo burgers. And there's Josh and me at his house. Probably one of the last rides I'll take on the Harley. And there's Kaylee, my granddaughter. Last time she'll be on the Harley. And she didn't go with us, but that's an old picture. And there's Sturgis, or not Sturgis, Niagara again. I mean, Titters at Niagara. I could play music, but I just thought, oh, Firehouse. Grandpa helped build that place and kept it running. And so I had to take a picture of it. That police car cracked me up. That Bloomingdale had one, but it was plugged in, so they obviously keep a turbocharger. There's Grandpa's house from the back. I was kind of sad to see it wasn't quite as in good a shape, but oh, just some flowers from the trip. I love taking zoom close-ups of flowers. And, that was Jimmy's dog, I believe, and that eye combination was cool. We stopped and I got to pick up my grandson Perrin, last ride for the Harley for me. There's just a picture of Niagara at night, red, white, and blue. That's my picture of my brother. He died at birth. There's Joey's grandkids. That's my grandpa Dunlap's grave, and grandma haven't been back since they passed. And Fort Osage is really interesting over there. Josh lives like right down the street from it. And another picture of Niagara at night. That's kind of cool. It's beautiful. Oh, there's Jimmy. Or Joey, sorry. There's Jimmy. Jimmy and his no, his wife's not in the picture. There's Grandpa Musgrave's old car. I believe that's Musgrave's old car. Grandpa Musgrave's old car. Butterfly from a butterfly terrarium. There's Jimmy and his wife. Man, we just love visiting with Jimmy and Joey, and we went over and had breakfast with Jimmy, and we had dinner with Joey, and I mean, just a great time. Julie didn't feed us. I don't know why, but you know, hey, whatever. And then let's see. There's Niagara again. That's me at the butterfly place up there by Niagara. Really, really neat place to stop if you get a chance. I don't know why I got so many pictures of Fort Osage. That fort was so cool. But anyway, got some more butterfly pictures and flowers, and I like taking pictures of flowers. I don't know, just me. Another picture of Niagara. That was really nice. I hadn't seen that in a long time. This is Niagara on the Lake, about 10 miles north of Joanna Joey's kids. I think told us to be sure and go see that. That was really worth seeing. We really enjoyed that. Some of the plants they had up there, just gorgeous, just spectacular foliage up there. This is rainbows over there in Oregon at the Airbnb. More Niagara, of course. I guess I could have just played music for all this, but Tidbit ran into another Tidbit. That was kind of cute. They were both in strollers. There's that store in Bloomingdale. Bill and I used to go up there anytime we had change and get, you know, that's my grandparents on my mom's side. Excuse me. Another butterfly. they were just, that place was thousands of butterflies in this big dome. That old car, I'm just amazed that Jimmy still has that. That was great to see. But more flowers and just a mix-up of, well, and my favorite topic is my dog, of course, Tidbit, my pal. She went golfing with me over this was a golf course over in Sturgis, and that was really fun. They let her go out on the course. There's the old church in Bloomingdale. Tidbit's just a wonderful little companion. Love her to death. And oh, I think there's some birds chirping in this one. There were some swallows living in the barn next to us out there, and
Yeah.
we really enjoyed that stay. That was kind of a funny little Airbnb to find. It was up a dirt road, but we finally found it. And oh, this is drone footage of Josh's house. Not sure which drone I'm using. I think I'm using the little fast one for this. I'm just going to narrate the drone footage just for, and you guys don't really have to watch it. It's just on the tail end of the video. This is actually the last part of the video. And I just left it in because some people enjoy it, and so they can watch it. But I do want to thank everybody in Ohio. We just really enjoyed seeing everybody back there. I can't tell you how much it meant to us. We haven't been back there in so long. I know we all get busy with life and things, but that really brought back some fond memories. And I want to thank Karen and oh my goodness, I'm gonna get the names wrong. Karen and Julie and Jimmy and Joey and their families, and I'm having a brain freeze here. Karen, oh, help me out. I can't remember all the names of the cousins back there, Valerie. But I just want to thank everybody because, I know it was just, I made one phone call, and next thing I know, we got all the Musgrave side showing up, and we really, really appreciated that. I can't tell you how much that meant to us. And so we really enjoyed it. And sometimes I joke too much, so I hope I didn't offend anybody. But it was just so good to see everybody. And, Jimmy, Joey, Julie, they're all our fondest memories of, the ones that we played with immediately, the older cousins on the Musgrave side, the girls. Bill and I, of course, we hung out with the boys mostly, but, man, it was just so good to see everybody back there, and it was so much fun. So I can't tell you how much I enjoyed. This is Fort Osage on the, like about a block or two from Josh's house down there in Missouri. I think I got that right. And it was so interesting. They rebuilt the fort here a few years ago, and it has just got just so much heritage and so interesting inside there that I just found it intriguing. So I flew over there. Valerie was actually over there the day I was flying from the house, and she's there somewhere. I don't know if I got a picture of her, but they've got a little store there, and it's almost all original. The poor guys were sweating their butt off. It was pretty warm. They don't have no air conditioning. And so I thought that was kind of a, I know they're trying to keep it as close to original as they can, but man, they were just sweating them poor guys' butts off in that one building there, and I was like, I felt so bad for them, but it was very interesting. Josh has got a real nice spot. He lives out in the country. He's right just outside of Kansas City, but you couldn't tell it from where he lives. If I had to think about it, I could have flown the drone straight up and looked over that way. You could probably see Kansas City from the fort just fine, but I didn't. I wasn't too worried about it. But anyway, we really enjoyed our vacation, and it was so good to see everybody. And like I say, you don't feel obligated to watch all this drone footage. This is actually on the tail end of the video, so the rest of this, I think, is just drone footages from places we stayed. So I'm just talking along to narrate a little bit. That's the Missouri River, I'm pretty sure, right there. I don't remember. I don't think I fly. Yeah, I do. I fly down it a little bit before I come back to the house. Just a really interesting, and the plaque there explain. And then they've got a museum over to the right that's air conditioned, which is nice. But then they talk about, and this was actually the starting point for a lot of the Western expansion. And a lot of all the explorers would come through Fort Osage before they headed west, which I found very interesting. Lewis and Clark and all those guys stopped there, and that was one of their resupply or supply places before they kept going west. So and they've got all that history on there. And then there's the amount, and it's funny because the Osage Indians, they had a chart in there, a graph, and I guess most of them were like the males were like well over 6 feet tall. They were big Indians, so that was kind of a unique thing to find out. And Perrin, my grandson, Josh's boy, just loves trains, and there's train tracks that roll right. You can hear them going by a couple times a day right there, just not even a half a block from Josh's house. So, and there's the old Missouri River, kind of a muddy looking thing, but hey. And Josh is just, like I say, a block from that. So I guess as long as they don't flood, they'll be okay. But that house Josh bought's a older home. I think it was built before the turn of the last century, I think, but I'm not 100% sure of that. There was some history behind the house of some sort, something to do with, people in the area, but I couldn't swear to. I don't know why I'm taking a picture of the muddy water, but hey, whatever. Like I say, this drone footage, I just left it tacked on there because it's just semi. Some people like to watch it. I don't really get that excited about it anymore like I used to. But it's kind of fun to watch sometimes. But we had a great trip. Didn't have any problems. I don't think. Did we have any problems? Nope. Oh, I don't know why I'm spinning it. Just maybe make people dizzy. I got some people that makes them almost want to throw up when I spin it like that. So hope it doesn't give anybody nausea back there. And like I say, the last, I don't know, 20 minutes of the video, the YouTube video, it's just drone footage, leftover drone footage that I didn't want to bore anybody with during the first part of the video. So you don't have to watch it. It's got this section, and then I think I got some up at Spirit Lake that I took too. That was, just some, like I say, I just kind of tacked the drone footage on the end of the video for no other reason than just to throw it up there and get rid of it. I had so many pictures and videos from the trip that there was no way I could put them all in the first part. So I just did what I thought was somewhat important, and then left the rest on my computer. But it was just a wonderful trip. I'm heading back over to Josh's place from the river now. And let's see, I don't know how much of Josh's yard I get on this. We'll see. I think there's a playground right across from his house. And there's a big cow field right behind his house. His house is straight ahead in those trees. Right there at that slight dog leg right on the road. Yeah, there's his house just right, the white roof, not the red one, the white roof place is his. His grass looks kind of dry, but it wasn't really brown when I was there, but I guess maybe sometimes the footage on these cameras are a little funny. Josh is willing to do yard work now, so he's getting there. Really a fun trip. Oh, I guess I'm standing out there in the yard flying my drone. That's his neighbor's house. I'm not sure why I'm looking at that. Oh, I guess I'm landing the drone. Or maybe I'm not. I don't know. Usually I bring it back to myself before I land it. But he's got a nice place there in Sibley, might be Kansas, but I don't know if Sibley, Missouri or Sibley, Kansas. Oh, yeah, kind of landed that one a little hard. And this is drone footage up to Spirit Lake. And like I said, I'm just leaving this one on there. We had a great time. Well, Spirit Lake was kind of a bucket list thing. I used to take the kids up there probably at least once a year when they were little. And it's about a little over 3 hours from Salt Lake. And so we'd go up camping up there, take the old Ford truck with a camper on and a shell. And one year Bill came out from Florida, we rented the cabins. But now the Spirit Lake Lodge had been up there since before the turn of the 1900s. And there was a lot of movie stars and a lot of Congress people and a president or two used to go up there and go fishing. And so when we were up there, there was plaques and pictures on the walls in the main cabin, the main lodge. But this guy bought this a couple years ago, and then the original owners or whoever was managing it before that, I think they must have took all the souvenirs because I didn't see any of that stuff when we were there. which is unfortunate because that really gave it kind of a nostalgic look. But that's taking off right next to our cabin that we rented. There used to be a horse corral right over there by those green roofs, and they would rent horses, and you could ride up into the mountains. And I think you can see part of the corral still left there. This lake, I am not kidding you, this lake, Spirit Lake, is up at about 10,000 feet. And I've been up there in August and got 2 inches of snow on my rig the next morning. And we got quite cold. We woke up one morning with just me and Val up there, and we had about, the trailer has a kind of a vinyl cover on it, and it had water puddled on it. And the water was about 2 inches deep in this couple puddles, and it was frozen solid one morning. So it gets quite chilly up there. I've been up there in like I say, in August and just gotten snowed on. But this lake, I am not kidding you, I'm not exaggerating. If you know what to fish with, and you fish at the right time of day, you could catch, back in the day, you could catch a nice 14, 18-inch brown or rainbow trout on every cast. And I am not exaggerating. It was just back in the 25 years ago, it was stocked with just wonderful rainbows because it's far enough away from Salt Lake that it didn't get a lot of weekend guys. So you had to work your way up here and the road used to be dirt for about 20 miles all the way up into this lodge from the Wyoming side. You had to go up to the Wyoming side and then come back through, and it's technically in Utah, but you had to go up into Wyoming by Rock Springs and then come back to get to the lake. And I have fished up there years ago, and it was every cast you cast. And the lake's very full. There's usually a little more bank, but you would cast and cast way out with a cast a bubble and a dry fly, and you could catch a fish on every cast. I am not kidding you. I didn't have as good a luck this time. They have restocked it now with some kind of tiger-looking thing that has a kind of like it's a cross between a trout and a bass. I don't know what that thing was, but it was okay, but the fishing wasn't near as good this trip, so I was a little disappointed with that. And the cabins, they used to have a shower building. They don't have that anymore, so generally speaking, it's in a little bit of a decline, which makes me very sad, to see. But hey, what are you going to do, But it was beautiful. It was, I took it off. I won't go up there again, I don't think. I kind of took it off my bucket list now because, like I said, a lot of fond memories of me and my kids when they were small. We'd go up there and fish, and I'd make at least one trip a year there for quite a few years when we lived over in the Utah area. And just one of my favorite fishing holes. And there's the old Spirit Lake Lodge. Been there since 18 something. And, a lot of movie stars. A lot of people came up here, and they used to have, like I say. But it's way out of the way. But it's just a beautiful, beautiful place up there in the high Uintas, Bear River Service area of Utah. Up in the northeast corner, tucked in right, just not very far from Wyoming. And just a gorgeous, gorgeous place. I saw a lot of beetle kill on the trees, which I was kind of surprised. They don't have the big Douglas fir like we've got. I don't know if these are ponderosa pines or what they are, but a lot of dead wood up there. I don't know if it's from a bug or what, but and there's moose. We saw moose one night, but usually we'd see a couple moose up there, big boys. But we didn't get to see as many this time. We did get to see one, but they love it because it's like 4 lakes up here, and then there's a lot of marshlands, and the moose just love that marshy grass. So, but it was a beautiful, beautiful. It was still very pretty up there, but it's not quite as nice. I mean, it's still pretty green. It was we caught it during bow season, late in the year, so the bow hunters were up there. They brought a bunch of bow hunters. I don't know if they were hunting for moose or deer, but the deer and the moose are huge. I mean, those are big animals, but the deer, they have kind of like a mule deer there in Utah. So they're a good sized animal too. They're pretty big. But it was a fun trip. It was nice. It was a nice break this year, and like I said, it was so much fun to see all the people from Ohio, and I just want to thank everybody back there for showing up. I didn't expect that, and we really, really appreciated it and enjoyed it. And so, like I say, this drone footage is just for anybody that's bored and ain't got nothing else to do. Maybe want to watch some drone footage. This drone is a bigger one than the one I flew in Bloomingdale. It's as you can tell, the videos are very, very nicely stabilized. It was overcast and cold the whole time we were up there at Spirit Lake, and we had a lightning storm one night. That was interesting. Woke Valerie up, but doesn't, I think it woke me up a little bit, but it doesn't bother me too much. Tidbit could care less. She don't get excited about that. Here's a couple of the upper lakes, Tamarack, and a couple of the other lakes that are up above there. But it's pretty high altitude, so, But overall, just a wonderful trip. We really enjoyed it, and didn't really want to go home. We're looking forward. I'm going to retire in about another 2.5 years from now, so I'm really looking forward to that. Maybe we'll get to travel a little bit more. I won't be doing any motorcycle trips. Picked up a touch of vertigo in my old age, so I can't trust. I couldn't take passengers on the Harley anymore, and so Josh has got it now, and I hope he really, really enjoys that bike, because I got 20-something years on it. I bought it brand new in 2003 when the anniversary edition, and it's an anniversary edition Harley, and it's been a wonderful bike. And I've been to Sturgis about 3 times on it. We've been all over western United States on it. Been up into Canada, and just me and Vals had some really wonderful vacations on that bike. So, but if you can't trust your balance, you can't ride a motorcycle. So that's okay. I'm glad Josh has got it, and I think he's really starting to enjoy it. So I hope he really does. And let's see, I'm running out of things to talk about, but we'll see. We got I think I fly back down to the cabin and take a picture of Valerie. So I think, I don't remember. We'll fly back down here, and like I say, I can't tell everybody, and I got to see my Aunt Kay and Dee Dee and all the cousins, Karen and Linda, and oh my goodness, my brain just doesn't work sometimes when I'm trying to remember names. Jimmy, Joe, and Julie, of course. I got a kick out of one of Joey's daughters. She's so much like one of my daughters. Getting a good discussion with her, and the volume goes up, and Dawn Sheree, my daughter's the exact same way. I'm always telling my daughter, I said, why are you yelling at me? I'm not yelling at you, Dad. I'm just discussing stuff with you. And I'm like, well. But it was a really good trip, and I love seeing, all the cousins, Jimmy, Joe, Julie, and Karen, Linda, and Faye, and all the other ones. All the other ones were there. I'm terrible with name, guys, so I hope I don't offend anyone, because, I just can't remember all the names of everybody back there. And I should have wrote them down before I did the video. That way I could have thanked everyone in person and made sure I didn't miss anybody's names, but I probably did, so please don't be offended. I'm not a name person, but there's a little cabin. I put a shower outside so I could take a shower. Well, that wasn't very good at 28 degrees, but I gotta have a shower. So, and they used to have a shower building here, but they don't have it anymore. So anyway, and there we go. Landed down, and I'm not sure. Oh, and this is just a little drone. Oh, wait a minute. Okay, well, we're almost done at Spirit Lake. And this was drone footage over at Star Valley Ranch, where Brian, my buddy, lives. And I just kind of had a little clip left for that, so I threw that out there. Just a beautiful spot up north. It's south of Yellowstone about an hour, I would think, maybe a little more than an hour. It's up in the corner there. It's technically Star Valley, Wyoming, I believe. I don't think he's in Idaho, but I could be wrong. It might be Star Valley, Idaho. But beautiful spot up there, and I just threw this drone footage up there because I was at Brian's place, and there's like 3 golf courses around. Brian moved up here. Brian and I worked together in Utah for a while, and back before the babies were born, before my kids were born, and so I've known him for 30 years plus, and I helped him build his house. He helped me build my house. Then he became a general contractor, and then he built a ton of homes in Utah. And Then years ago, he come up and bought this little cabin up here in Star Valley Ranch before it was real popular, and their plan was always to come up and live there and then build a bigger home. And so that's what he did. But by the time he finally retired and moved up here, a bunch of Californians had moved in and basically screwed it up for everybody else to a certain extent. Not totally, but Brian was a little discouraged because of what they had, how they had affected local communities, and of course the price of land and real estate. So Brian ended up going over and buying some land a little further down the road from where he was planning on building originally. And now he's building, and listen to this, Brian, I love him. He's my best friend from years ago, but his retirement plan is to build an, I think he said it was 8,000 square foot home. And I'm like, Brian, that doesn't sound like much of a retirement project, but he's off and running on it. So, all I can say about that is, somebody's got to clean that place, Brian. So, I don't know. We'll see. Maybe he'll get a robot to help keep the house up, because that's a big house. So, but he lives in a beautiful little spot up there in Wyoming. And the weather was just gorgeous, and it wasn't very hot, and just very nice. There was a little bit of smoke lingering in from the Oregon wildfires, because of course Oregon was on fire, which is getting worse every year out here in Oregon. And I don't know. It's just an issue that everybody's got to deal with, I guess. But yeah, there's a slight haze creeping in, clear from Oregon, from the forest fires in Oregon that were on fire, and we missed that this summer. That was so nice. Took a full 6 weeks off and spent it on our trip. And by the time we got back, most of the fires were pretty much under control, and we didn't have to put up with the smoke as bad as we usually do it. It wasn't too bad years ago, but they turned the firefighting in Oregon over to private enterprise. Years ago, the Oregon firefighters were taken care of by the timber industry, and they would just go in and put them out. They didn't mess around. And so ever since they turned it over to private enterprise, now they've made a multi-million-dollar businesses out of managing the forest fires in the western United States, which, they always talk about too much government, but big business isn't any better. You turn it over to them guys, and as long as they can figure out how to make a profit on it, they'll milk it. And now they just milk the fires all summer long. They manage them. Before, they never managed the fires. They just went in and put them out. They didn't care where they had to bulldoze a fire break or how many trees they had to knock down to do it, because it was going to burn them up anyway. Now they manage the fires, right? These private enterprise, these private companies, and they're soaking the taxpayers for millions of dollars, and they're not putting the fires out. They're just managing them all summer long, and then when it starts raining, the fires go out and they go home. And so now it's turned into we got a big fire. Oh, it's gone. We put it out in 2 weeks. Now it turns into something that takes 3 months, and they still don't put it out. They just manage it. And so it's just a personal opinion on my part, but I kind of feel like they made a mistake by turning that over to private enterprise, because private enterprise is for profit. It's not for, there's times when we need private enterprise, a little competition, but there's times when they just take advantage. And they are definitely taking advantage of our fire situations here in Oregon. So I just don't think it's a good idea, but whatever. I just remember when the timber industry put them fires out, they went in and put it out because it was burning up their timber. And now it's just private companies that are supposed to be handling these fires, and they've made a business out of it. And unfortunately, it's just costing taxpayers millions of dollars, and they're just soaking us. But anyway, enough here there. I was flying down toward where Brian is actually going to build his way down there in that open area further away. He was going to build that old green roof is Brian's house right there in front. And then he was going to build to the lot directly to the left of that. And then because the Californians, they had set up so many rules and regulations, now you can't build there anymore. So if you go down past that field, out there you can see kind of a gray area, and then there's some more grassy stuff way down there. So he went down there and bought a couple acres, and so he's going to build over there and he's just getting outside of the city limits or whatever, or outside of this Star Valley Ranch development, so he doesn't have to put up with all the silly rules that they've come up with. But his cabin that he bought there 20 years ago or whatever is one of the older structures there in this whole subdivision. But he originally was going to just build right to the left of that, but now because of outside influences that have moved into the area, they've made it impossible for him. So now he's going to build over there. But good luck with that, Brian. And we really had a great visit with Brian and Jane. Thoroughly loved our time with them. And so, and we're getting right down to the end of the thing. So sorry if all the drone footage bored you to death, but you know, it was just stuff I had left over. So I threw it on the end. Some people enjoy watching the drone footages. I kind of enjoy them, but they're not as good as flying, so I'd rather fly. But you know, you can't fly every trip you go on. So so thank you. God bless everybody in Ohio and Brian and Jane. And we just enjoyed our trip and visiting with everybody so much. And who knows, we might be back that way one of these days. Take care.